I realized that if I have multiple things on my desk, I just can't focus. Yes, I know that I have so much monitors in here, but I realized that if I have only the things that I need for that day, then I can really focus and work and get shit done. Because the most important thing for me is when I am just like working other stuff, if I put multiple things on my desk, I get easily distracted. I think having a very productive desk is based on clear desk and focused desk. And I think I'm just used to this working from home situation. So I don't know how long this is going to last, but I hope my productive desk setup is also helping you too. Today, I would like to share with you my desk setup. When this whole pandemic just like started, I was actually puzzled. I really didn't know how to set up a really productive desk and work from home. If it's your first time watching me, you might not know, I work in Google and I also work part-time in Stanford University. So I do multiple things. In addition to that, I have 2 YouTube channels. In addition to this, I have a podcast. In addition to this, I create content every day on Instagram. So I have so much on my plate and I really want to do as productive as possible. In the meantime, I really want to keep my sanity, especially during my weekends or after work. And I realized that if I don't take the control of my desk is going to take the control of my life. And today, I would like to share with you how I set up my desk, how I keep focused, and how I continue to keep motivating myself and finish all the work that I'm supposed to finish. Let's get started. So the first thing that I do is I'll make sure that I have something adjustable desk. In Google Office, we have adjustable desks. And I realize that most of the time I'm actually standing up and working. And that's really important for me because when I stand up and work, I realize that I can really focus on the things that I really want to do. And since I'm sitting like more than 7 to 8 hours, it's really difficult to focus. But once you change the structure of your desk, like really standing up, you're going to realize that you can really focus. And whenever you feel tired, you can sit down and continue working. The desk that I'm using, the brand is called Autonomous. I think they do a really good job. My boyfriend and I, we both got stand desks. And I use this brand because like I really think that it's really sturdy and I really like this one. By the way, this video is not sponsored by them. I really want to share with you my honest opinions and I highly recommend this desk. In addition to that, my boyfriend got a desk called, I think the brand was Fully, and their customer service, to be honest, it's better than Autonomous. But when we compare the desks, that they are both very sturdy, and I think Fully was a little bit more expensive. He really liked it because he didn't want like a white tabletop like this. I really wanted something like a white and plain. It's also easy to clean and I really like the fact that I have the bigger size because like I can put like multiple monitors. As you can see, I have my Google computer and I have my personal computer, and whenever I am taking notes and talking to my YouTube videos, I have this iPad so I can actually like look at my notes and just like so I don't forget anything else. And this covers almost pretty much everything. So again, my desk is like an X large and I'm going to walk you through my desk with the close-up so you can actually see how big my desk is. And if you like it, I'm just going to put the company's link below so if you want to buy from them as well. Again, it's not sponsored. So let's move on to my next tip on my productive desk. I realized that if I have multiple things on my desk, I just can't focus. Yes, I know that I have so much monitors in here, but I realized that if I have only the things that I need for that day, then I can really focus and work and get shit done. Because the most important thing for me is when I am just like working other stuff, if I put multiple things on my desk, I get easily distracted. So on my desk, as you can see, I have a cup of water, so like I just keep it in here because it keeps it like cold in here, and my monitor that's hooked to my corporate computer so I can actually double screen and work. And I did my best to use like different type of mouse in here. So this mouse is like something that I really like because it's also like so cheap in Amazon that I think I paid for this like $25. And it's very surprising that when I was using this, it's chargeable, it's Bluetooth. And when I was using this, I think 2 of them got broken within a month or so. But I was very surprised. I reached out to the seller and then they sent me 2 brand new mouse. So it's really cool, it's really ergonomic, and I really like it. So that's why I use it for my corporate work and also my personal work. And I have 2 mouses like this. I highly recommend this mouse if you're looking for something that's not going to really give too much of your pain to your wrists. I cover my wrist in here because of the decoration. It's not because of the pain, so just to let you know. So in addition to that, I really start investing in my glasses because so I usually use like contact lenses because I don't see far, and I realize that the longer I stay with the computer, I have so much headache. And this is something that I really use because I realize that when I wear these ones, it really blocks the light from my computer and I start having less and less headaches. So investing in something like this, I think it really helps. I'm going to link down below so you can actually see what type of a glass is this, especially if you're having headaches, working long hours. These type of like glasses will really save your day. The second thing that I want to share with you is my podcast setup. So this one is like, this is the pop filter and this is my mic. I really like this one, and I ended up using this one for my Zoom classes that I teach in my Stanford courses. So this is a pretty good like microphone in here. So I don't use this for my YouTube setup because like this is very directional, so I have to be talking like this. I don't use it, but in my desk in the right corner I use and I keep my podcast microphone in here as well. So this is another one that I use, and it doesn't have any type of like microphone. It's a very simple setup in here. So the way that I use is like just to listen any type of like focus music. I use the channel to focus on my productivity, and I want to make sure like I'm listening something that doesn't have any lyrics at the back. And I like to use something very simple. There's no microphone, and it's like a simple cable-based type of like headphone set, I would say, and the brand is like Samsung. It's not Samsung, maybe I'm mispronouncing it, but like I'll just like make like a close-up shot so you can actually see, and this is how it looks like. So this headset is not noise cancelling, by the way. It's like very simple, very basic, but I really like it, especially if you are doing any type of podcasting. I think this setup is one of the best. So I really like these ones. It's easy, it's very light, and I think the only thing that you need to buy extra is this like pop filter, because when you're talking you are making p sounds, and this pop filter is like actually blocking the sounds. So it's really worth the investment, and it's very simple and very cheap as well. I think having a lack of motivation is very directly related to the productive desk setup. So if you don't have anything else on your desk and only the things that you need, it really impacts your focus too. So that's why even when I finish my water, I make sure like I don't have this on my desk. It's very simple, it's very plain, and I have nothing extra. So I also do my best to keep my phone away from my desk. So when I am just like working very productively, I also use like different applications too. One application that I use, I highly recommend everyone to use it, is called Forest. Again, not sponsored, so I just want to share my tips with you. Forest is an application. It blocks other applications other than the things that you're working on. And the more you focus on a specific time that you determined, you're growing a little tree. So when the time is up, your tree is fully grown. So I highly recommend you to use that if you're having so much issues focusing on one thing and you find yourself in Facebook or other applications or Instagram and you're all struggling to be very productive during the day. Other thing that I use, and I think it's one of the best apps that I love using, is called Notion. Notion is an application that I really like to stay productive because I can take notes. When I search, I can find everything else. I was using Evernote before and I totally transferred to Notion. If you want to know why I'm choosing Notion over Evernote, I have a totally video about that. I'm going to link down below, and I'm going to put the link down description too. So if you want to see, and if you're looking for a note-taking app and you just can't decide between Evernote and Notion, you can watch that video after this one as well. The other thing that I use is these type of keywords. So you might be saying that why am I using these type of keywords? Because it's like, it's Bluetooth and it's really big. So I really like these ones because like I do a lot of calculations on the Excel as well and Google Docs. So I like to use these ones. And I really don't like the fact that I'm using a cable. So this really helps me to adjust based on how I want to work, and this is really something that I really love. If you're curious about this type of keyboard, I'm going to put the link down below, and this brand is Apple. The other thing, I think this is the last one, is my chair. So you might be like, when you look at this chair, it's very simple, it's very basic, it's actually cheap. And I was using a totally different like chair, which I paid so much money, and I ended up giving it away because I was not feeling comfortable. I got this one because I want to make sure like I'm not that comfortable and I'm like mostly standing up and working, because the more I sit, the more I just like slouch, and I want to like sit straight because I realize that my posture also affects my motivation and my mood. So I invested something like this. It looks very aesthetic and it just like complements my background as well, and I really like the fact that it's complementing my white desk too. So to summarize everything else, in addition to the apps and everything, I think having a very productive desk is based on clear desk and focused desk. So what I mean by that, all these applications and the way that I'm choosing all my materials really help me big time. And I think I'm just used to this working from home situation. So I don't know how long this is going to last, but I hope my productive desk setup is also helping you too. And now I want to know what type of like productive desk setups you have. Like, do you prefer a bunch of things on your desk, or are you having any struggles about focusing when you sit on your desk? If you have tips that you can share with me, please don't forget to leave your comments down below, because I'm really curious how you set up your desk as well. If you want to know more other productivity tips or any application comparisons, you can check out my other videos, and I'm going to link down in the description below. I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye for now.